Okay, bunker, green side bunker. This is a unique shot. And one thing that's I'd say that is most unique about this is that you are not trying to hit the golf ball. You are actually trying to hit underneath the golf ball, to bottom out under. Typically we want to hit the ball first and bottom out after we've made contact with the golf ball. So, it is vital that you understand how this club is built, because you're not trying to hit the ball, you're trying to hit the sand under the ball. You want that club to maintain speed through the sand. So, two parts of the club I really want you to understand. The leading edge, this part. If this part touches the sand first, the club digs, slows down very quickly. The back edge is the grind. Okay? The bottom of the club is the sole, and how much it's tilted up is called the bounce. All right? So if you see numbers on the bottom of the club, so this one is, I don't know what my own club is. It's a 14-degree bounce. It's a fair amount of bounce. 54 degrees of loft, 14 degrees of bounce, which means that this is angled up 14 degrees. Okay? When you hit the sand, and when you make contact with the sand, and you hit with this part, the club skips, kind of like skipping a rock. So what I'll do is I'll actually twist the club open a little bit to add some bounce so that that edge really sits up in the air. This adds loft, and this makes me hit the ball a little bit to the right, so I compensate by aiming a little bit left. Also, ball position, I like it to be left of center, because that's where my swing naturally bottoms out. The apex of my swing, the low point of my swing occurs towards my left, and I don't want that to change. That's in part why my driver, I have the ball more towards my left foot than my right foot. Practice hitting sand. Practice hitting sand. Twist the club open and hit the sand. If you notice, my my divots are splashes. They're not digs. That dig happened because I hit the edge of the club to the sand first. So practice this. I want the shaft to lean through the sand very consistently. I don't want it going like this. That's in part why Phil Mickelson calls it the kiss of death. I don't want the club head to out-accelerate my hands, go past my hands. That's the basis for all of my shots, any shots. I never want my club head to go past my hands. It's possible on driver for that to happen a little bit. I don't suggest it, but it's possible. And yeah, so let's watch me do it. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line where the ball was, and a line in the direction I'm going, which, let's see if that's towards the hole. Nope, it's not. I'm aiming a little bit right of the hole. That's okay. Ball's towards my left foot. I'll lean into the shot a little bit. Ah! All right, so it's close. It was a good shot, but the divot was a splash, not a dig. All right? And yeah, you have to accelerate through the shot. You can't be indecisive. You can't be nervous or tight. And tension slows your hands down. Tension slows your muscles down. Tension makes your muscles shorter. So that's in part why we don't want that to happen for any of our shots. Shorter muscles, tighter muscles, slower, club head more likely to out-accelerate your hands. That's not good for anything. That open stance does also make it where I don't have to say have a complete turn like a full swing. So you might have noticed. All right, lower body, well, not this guy. And that's in part the benefit of having a little bit of an open stance as well. But yeah, practice hitting sand. Get used to hitting sand. Sometimes I do find that people get a little bit impact oriented, and for those people I would suggest focusing more on your finish and your follow through. Right? Finish and follow through. Finish and follow through. Don't worry so much about what's happening here. You can do practice swings. You can draw yourself a line, and you can just hit the line. Just practice hitting the line to get used to hitting the sand, so that when you have a ball there, just act the same way and hit